Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a couple things that I figured out. Okay, so I was trying to make a building, and it's like a 6-story building, and I'll see if I can make a wall invisible. Okay, so here it is. You can see we had a bottom floor with stairs, and a second floor with stairs. And then it went up to the 3rd floor, and then I was going to continue that on. And then I was having problems getting the collisions to work in the UDK. So over here you see I have like my different like the floors, roof, the stairs. Then we had the UCX. My UCX collisions over here, and I was having major problems in the UDK. I mean, it started off not too bad, like 1 or 2 like infinite collisions, and then finally, like, I've messed around with it for so long that, like, I mean, it's like looks distorted now. You can see these gaping holes; they're not supposed to be there. Then if I hit the button that shows where my collisions are, you can see I have these crazy infinite collisions, and I'm not really sure why. I don't understand it. I've kind of searched around, couldn't figure out why. So I didn't do anything for a while until I could figure out a better way to do it, and I think I came up with a good way. I don't know if it's more work or less, but basically I just made a bunch of pieces, individual pieces, for a building. So here's a wall. This is it's 100 units wide, 150 units tall, and it's 0.25 units thick. So I wasn't really worried about thickness as much as just size. So like you can see, here's our normal grid for Blender, and this is the size of it. The point. If you look at the UDK, if you compare the UDK to Blender, the units work out that this would be like a 15-story building, or around there, maybe like a 12-story building, depending on how big your floors are. So we have like a wall. We have a wall with a door in it, and you can see the size of the door is quite small. And then we have one more I'll show you. It's just the floor. Nothing major, except that it's massive. If you scroll in, we might be able to see the grid. There's the grid. We can scroll way out. So what I did was I made like an object, like the floor, and I colored it green just so I had some references to what I was looking at. And then I made a UCX floor, which is the collision, which is right here. And basically I made the actual floor green, so when I made the collision I could make sure that it totally encompassed the floor. You can see it does because I left it gray. So after all of that, I imported it all into the UDK individually, right here and here, and then the floor is up above a little bit. But the point is, we made a working building, and I haven't added stairs or anything yet, but I'm thinking it's going to work. So what I did was I just assembled each piece individually. I only needed, since it's a square building, I only needed 1 wall to make 4 walls, except I had to have 1 wall that had a door in it. So I'd have, basically, I made 2 walls to get 4 in Blender. 3 of them were the wall with no doors, and 1 was one with a door. So here it is, and I just kind of quickly threw that together last night to see if it would work, and it did. All the collisions work, and the collisions are real simple. They're just basically squares around squares. Now if I make stairs or something like that, it looks like we're freezing up here, probably because I have a lot of Blender files open. If I would make stairs and stuff, I would just make the individual stairs, and then I would add those in like a piece. Just piece it all together. Rather than doing it in Blender, I would just do it in the UDK. So there's the building. It's decently big. It's like I said, it's 150 units high, and I think our it'd be about 150 feet high, and our character's about 6 feet high, I think. So you can see we go through the door, we're inside, that's all working. All of the wall collisions work. I can't walk through them. Stuck in a corner. So, okay, pretty much that worked. And I'm going to try assembling this building together, making some interior walls, maybe some lighting, doing some stairs and some other floors too. So just want to show you guys another way that I've figured out to make a building. And while we're at it, I'll just run over here to a tree. I imported this from a site that basically has free Blender models. I want to do some testing, so I downloaded a tree and I imported it into the UDK. It didn't. I tried to add a material and it didn't come out right. I tried using a baked image, which I didn't do correctly or something, but you can see it's a tree. I added a collision to it, just a cylinder for the trunk. So anyway, kind of cool. Trying to make a forest with them or something. So anyway, that is it.